I'm back with more worst to best. That's right. We got 2 hip hop albums in a row. That's how the Discord voted on it, so that's what I'm doing. So I do these once a week. Basically, I take an album that I've listened to. I rank the songs from least favorite to most favorite, and I read your own lists in the comments, and we discuss in my Discord server. Yep, this week we got Scaring the Hose by jpegmafia and Danny Brown. I'm going to be referring to this album as STH in this video because I want to make money on the video. So I hope that's okay. Without further ado, let's see what my list is looking like.
Just in the charge, I ain't lost a call. When your boys get this season like Aaron Hall, just remember I always got my dog.
So at number 14, I have Run the Jewels, which is a great song. Okay, I think this is a perfect album. This is one of my favorite hip hop albums of all time. I have Run the Jewels at number 14 because it's a minute long. It feels like an interlude, basically. It's exciting and eccentric. I really enjoy the production on it, and I think it's an intense song, but it's very short-lived. It feels like an incomplete idea compared to all the other songs.
Keep one eye open like sleep with the ruler. Got one in their head straight from the doulars. Triggering no.
At 13, I have Heaven on Earth, which I think has an absolutely spectacular sample flip, and the breakdown at the end of the song is great too. But the song does suffer, I think, from lack of dynamics. I don't feel like it goes a lot of places. It has that outro section that's different, but up until that point, it can feel a tiny bit repetitive compared to all the other songs that are so all over the place and progress to crazy places.
Dangerous, swang with us, sang with us, them niggas can't hang with us. Pop this kid, this shit, tricking up angels.
Number 12, I have Orange Juice Jones, which is a gorgeous song with a beautiful sample flip. I think Danny Brown killed it with his performance. This song has a far more chill vibe than the rest of the album, even though it does have that stupid notification sound. That ruins any chill vibe the song has, of course. Because you're listening to STH, of course it's going to be abrasive on every single song, whether you like it or not. The reason I have this one lower than a lot of the other songs is because this is not an album I'm going to usually for those low-key bangers. I'm usually looking for something exciting and crazy, but it's exceptionally well done. I think as a song by itself, it's really good. I just don't visit it as much because, once again, that's not what I'm visiting the album for.
Like that right now, right? Everything I thought was wrong. Got big pockets like a Batman car. You won't see them all. Girl, it's been minutes, it's been hours, and it's been days.
At number 11, I have Jack Harlow Combo Meal. And this is the only other song on this album I would consider more laid back and chill. I think this song has more exciting percussion than Orange Juice Jones, and so as a result, I like it more. It has a great vibe. Peggy's vocals make it really fun when he comes into the song. It's a cute way for him to make his appearance on the track. But at the end of the day, the more intense songs that I'm returning to STH for are going to be higher on the list for me. At number 10, I have Where You Get Your Coke From. And I think this song has some of the hardest hitting production on the record. The intensity of Peggy's performance really sells the song, in my opinion. Not to say that Danny underperformed, because I don't think he did. But jpegmafia, I think, outperformed. And I do prefer his part. So compared to the songs where I like both parts equally, or it's much closer of a race, I have this one at number 10.
It's black AOC. No matter what they try, say they can't KO me. Yo, bitch.
At number 9, I have this super long song title, which I'll just call Muddy Waters, I guess. And this song, I think, takes the cake for the most dynamic song on this album. The song is already super thrilling with Danny Brown having a super dominant performance in the first half of the track. But then the beat swap happens and Peggy comes in. And it's definitely my favorite part of the song. I just love how groovy it is. It's super fun. When I heard this album was in the works, I was hoping for songs where JPEG Mafia would dominate one part and Danny Brown would have a completely different part and they'd somehow mesh. And this song delivered that for me.
Now what that shit? Stop scaring the hoes. Play that shit out.
At number 8, I have the title track. I think this one is a bit of a slow burn compared to some of the other songs. It starts with more rudimentary production. It just has that jazzy sample and the clapping sound driving the song. But then the rappers, they take turns in that early rudimentary part, and then the production becomes fully fleshed out. The drops on the song are exceptional, and the hook that's sung by Peggy is, I think, easily the catchiest part of the album.
Give me that Nessie, give me that fruit, give me that Barbara, take out the tooth. I feel like Trump when I step in the booth. Yeah.
At 7, I have Perfect. Perfect has a slightly different production style from the rest of the album. It has this horn sample that provides this really big and grand sound. When Peggy comes in, the energy drastically changes, and I think it's one of the most exciting parts of the entire record.
Ain't no way, God can never be a shit for me.
At number 6, I have Steppa Pig, which keeps the listener consistently interested with constant dynamic production changes. I love the way that the rappers slot into the beat. You have these large hits of energy, but even despite that, the rappers, they both have this determination and focus throughout the intensity of the production. There are moments that are more tame and complex. It's not just large, in-your-face, big hits of production. You also get those more low-key, tame. It's a very complex beat, which I really enjoy. I think it makes the song more interesting. At number 5, I have Lean Beef Patty. It's short, sweet, to the point, and I think it nails the vibe that the album is going for. It's a perfect intro song for the album because it lets you know how abrasive it can get lyrically and sonically right away, which I think almost serves as an invitation. It's like, okay, if you're enjoying this abrasiveness, then you're going to love the rest of the album. You have to keep listening. I think that this song has Peggy's best rapping performance. I think he brought out all his typical lyrical one-liners that always hit hard, are really humorous, and a little bit edgy, let's be real. I think it's a blast to listen to. At 4, I have Kingdom Hearts Key. I have to start by saying, might have the best sample flip on the whole album. Peggy and Danny performed as well as they always do. They did a great job. But Red Veil being included was the cherry on top for this song. I think all 3 verses managed to feel unique, even though the production doesn't go a ton of places. You get that dynamic progression from the 3 rappers' performances rather than the actual instrumental, which I think is super interesting. Like, I find that incredible that I was that compelled despite the instrumental remaining pretty similar the entire runtime. At number 3, I have God Loves You, which I think is hilariously well put together. Danny Brown's verse is pretty much 100% one-liners that really haven't gotten old for me. And we're almost, 2 years out from when this album came out? The writing still hits really hard. The production on this song is heavy and intense, but it has this dark edge to it, and it's just a blast to listen to. Both of the rappers did a good job, but Danny Brown's verse is one of my favorites I've ever heard from him.
Eat your ass like I'm cannabis. I show up on your screen like televangelist.
At number 2, I have Garbage Pail Kids, which is one of the most creative uses of production I've ever heard on a hip hop song. If you haven't done this yet, do yourself a favor, go, there's like a YouTube search bar somewhere above me. Search up Garbage Pail Kids sample breakdown, and you will be amazed. You will be floored looking at this. Okay. The guitar breakdown on the song is unfathomably good. And I love how aggressive Peggy's delivery is on this song. It's consistently exciting. It's mind-boggling with how well produced it is. It's one of the best JPEG Mafia songs, in my opinion.
Blow, you can get rocked and Christian. How you hate it, broke, don't fix it. Them right, they got these raps Mississippians. Try to press they lost like Gilligan.
And then at number 1, I have Fanol Tester. And I always used to tell my friends that if someone could incorporate the Daria core production style into traditional songwriting, it would become an unstoppable combination. And I think this song proves that. If you're not familiar with Daria core, I'll probably play a second or two of what a Daria core song sounds like. So it's very intense and crazy. And Peggy takes that production style, and you have like Danny Brown rapping over a drum and bass part. The sample flip is hilarious, just like a lot of Daria core is. I think that the production is some of the hardest hitting on the entire album. Part of it is that classic Leroy snare. Every time it comes down, it hits hard. It's awesome. I think that it's just a joy to listen to, and it perfectly encapsulates what this album is trying to do. It's just dumb fun, and I think it's ridiculous. This song is so awesome. So that's what I got for my STH ratings. What do you guys think? Feel free to leave a comment down below. Please join my Discord server if you want to vote for the next album. Basically, how I do that, I take the albums that are left in the comment section and I throw them in the poll. So also feel free to comment down below which albums you'd want to see me do. I might take a break for next week because Thanksgiving's coming up. There's a couple other video projects I want to be releasing around that time, but we'll see. I might see you guys next Monday. Might be 2 Mondays from now. But yeah, there's videos on my left and right. Feel free to click on those. Thank you guys for the support. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for following my social medias. And yeah, I will see you very soon. Peace.